Hi, I'm Zach with Whole Latte Love, and today we're going to talk about storing your coffee. Now, it's typical when you buy coffee, you do get it in a bag like this, but once you open it, it's really crucial that you store it properly to ensure that you get the best taste out of the coffee for the rest of the time that you do have it. So when you get your coffee and you're ready to store it, you're going to want to remember the 4 variables that are actually going to affect the coffee after you store it over a longer period of time. So those 4 variables are moisture, air, heat, and light. Here we have 2 bags of coffee that you would typically buy. We have our Whole Latte Love Malabar Gold, and we do have the Paradise Espresso. Now you'll notice a little bit different in the actual bagging of the 2, but important feature that they do have in common is they have this one-way valve. You can actually see it through the clear part of the bag here. And what this does is after the coffee is roasted, it's going to let off gases as it's in the bag. And what this does actually allows the gases to escape out this hole right here, but it doesn't allow air to come in. So it's going to make sure that your coffee stays fresh while it's in there. It is important to know that when you do open a bag of beans, such as, you get your bag, open them up, and actually break the seal, they're only going to last for a limited time, a week, 10 days, maybe a little bit more depending for the best quality. I mean, you can still use them after that, just the original taste quality is not going to be there as it would with a freshly opened bag of beans. At our site, we've actually have several devices that you can use to store your coffee. These do a really good job of protecting from all those elements. The first item we have is the coffee vac. Now what this does is actually a container you can keep your coffee beans in. This is nice because it is dark and it doesn't allow light to get in and affect the beans. Also, it has a valve in it, similar to the one-way valve you see in the coffee bag. And what this does is when you put it on, if you don't press the button which opens the valve, you can't get it on. And that's because you press the button, push it down, and actually it pushes the air out. So you're not going to have a lot of excess air in here that's going to make your beans go stale. Now, this is also good because it's not going to allow moisture in with your beans either. And then if you store it in a proper place where there's not a lot of excessive heat, your beans should stay fresh for the longest time possible. Now the next item we have actually is the vacuum. And this is actually a really unique product because it has a pump. And the pump actually removes all the air from the container. So you notice that it is tinted to help prevent light from ruining the beans. And what you do is simply open it up. We can use our Malabar Gold and just pour it in here. Then put the top on, take your pump, and on the front there's actually a fitting which draws the air out. And you actually just set that there, pump it up. And you'll feel it start to get harder as you do pump it. And it's going to get to the point where it gets pretty hard. You can actually, lift the whole thing off because the suction is so great. And what this does is now it removed all the air from in the container. It's not going to let any air in. Nice thing too is you can't open it because there's all the suction in there with the air removed is so great. If you want to get into it, what you'll do is there's this piece in the middle. You just pull it over. And you actually hear the air go back into the container, and then you can remove the top and access your beans. Now remember, if you have any questions about how to store coffee or what is going to affect the overall taste and quality of your coffee, feel free to give us a call. Once again, this is the vacuum and this is the coffee vac. So 2 great ways of storing your coffee and to make sure that you do get the freshest coffee every time.